we go. Here we go.
Oh, I'm gonna hit it again. Phenomenal form.
Oh wait, no,
wait. I missed.
you broke your back on him and your body glitched out. Yeah.
Let's go, Dustin!
Let's go, Dustin!
Unfortunately, there wasn't footage of you holding the belt because they just went to this cutscene of Cameron being all mad.
Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Gang Beasts.
I think Rob's already getting the hang of it.
Dude, that's why they call him Rob the Gamer.
Yeah.
It's so true. So true, bestie.
So how you been, Shane?
Oh, you know, another day and
Another
life.
day, another dollar.
Another day. Yeah, hey.
There's that.
Hey, another day, another
Another
dog.
dog.
I'm dog walking now. I'm a dog walker.
Yo.
And how did you get that promotion?
I went on the internet and signed up.
And,
Wait,
and they're like,
you went on the internet?
Yeah,
Would you
crazy,
go to
right?
Craigslist?
they're like free dogs?
No, there's like, I mean, yeah, people do stuff like that on Craigslist, but there's like apps for it. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of WAG, but it's literally just DoorDash, but you walk dogs.
Are you serious?
I knew we called something stupid like that.
Yeah, and then
What do you mean stupid? That's amazing.
Stop it.
it's got its perks and its downsides.
Get
Shane.
down.
Shane's trying to leave the game.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, the WAG is basically like if you want your dog to be walked, you post their profile on and it'll like suggest based on like your distance preferences.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mine. I have it set to 15 miles out.
Shit,
Oh, you're
just-
gonna die.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, if you tap square, it's kick.
Good thing I know.
Square X, whatever, man.
No, I know PlayStation controller layouts too. So it's all good.
Hey, tomato, Mac and Android. You know what it is.
But yeah, so WAG is pretty cool.
No.
Although, there you go, get in there. Oh fuck. It's got its downsides though, because like you can look at like their pet profiles and see what they're all about.
Yeah.
But honestly, like they're not gonna tell you. Usually, they don't tell you if their dog is like has
A piece
bad
of shit.
behavior.
Yeah.
Right. So like.
Which kind of defeats the purpose.
Like I took this one for two. It was a 2-dog walk, and those usually pay out better because there's 2 dogs.
Right.
It was also an hour-long walk, so it pays even better. I'm dead. And it was 2 huskies. They were gorgeous huskies, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take this. And then I get there, and then I like, say I'm here, and you can read what other dog walkers say about the dogs, and they're like, these dogs pull to no fucking end, and they will literally pull you across the yard. Like, I thought I was strong enough to handle it, and they proved me wrong. And I was like, you know what? Like, my dog's big, and I can take him on walks. I'm sure this will be a cinch. And I was fucking wrong. Like, that I was getting pulled across the yard at one point. I was just walking them around their yard. Like, I didn't take them out on the street or anything because I was so nervous I was going to lose one of them. But I was on like a hill in the backyard and it had rained recently, so the grass was slippery. This dog sees a fucking dragonfly and just fucking shoots towards it. And I slide on the grass and I fall. And drop my phone and lose the dog for a second.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like it runs off.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was in the yard, and I kind of just called her back, and I was like, but it was like scary, and every time I see them now, it's like, oh, you've walked these dogs before. I'm like, I could try it again. It pays good, but
Yeah. Well, they walked me kinda.
And it's tough
Last
too, because
time.
like you don't want to leave a bad review, because it's like if you leave a bad review, do they leave you a bad review if you don't like their dog? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
How
They're-
much do you get paid, Shane?
They're precious babies.
so it's not an hourly thing; it's by walk. So like, depending on the. Good luck,
You
buddy.
got screwed.
Yeah, depending on the walk.
But depending on the walk, so like they set you minimum rates, but once you start building a clientele, you can kind of like set your own rates.
Okay.
So it varies on like time, how many dogs, like distance or whatever, that kind of thing.
Okay, but like, what's the typical thing?
So I don't know, like for like a 20-minute walk, it's probably like $12. For like 30 minutes, it's maybe 15, and then for an hour, it's usually over 20. But I think it also varies by like area.
Dude, forget
I-
a
I-
membership at the YMCA. I'm just gonna start doing this.
No, it's like it's good, especially if you like animals.
Good
you know
exercise.
what I mean? It's good exercise. You get to hang out with dogs, and dogs are great. Unless you get the huskies. But like,
they're meant to pull sleds.
but like I've only
You're just a sled.
I know, yeah, and I can't blame the dog. I know they don't know any better, but it's just like I know what to look for, kind of. And
Okay.
some people can handle it, others can't.
Mhm.
Hang on, is there water leaking into this room? Hang on.
I would hope not. Quick, get him while he's away! Get him while he's away!
If I only knew how.
Yeah.
So I've only been doing it a couple of weeks, and I've already kind of built. Ooh, damn! I've kind of already built like a pretty solid clientele. Like, I have.
Regulars.
Yeah, I like calling them my clients too because it makes me think like I'm working with the dogs and not the owners. Like my client.
Nice.
I have one that I go and walk every day of the week now.
Yeah.
And they're such a sweet dog. Like he's an old 10-year-old golden retriever named Colonel.
Is that the one you posted on Twitter?
Yeah, he's fucking
Aw.
so sweet, dude. He's just a big bear, and like, it pays good, and fucking I got a couple of like sitting gigs lined up for the holidays too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's it's something that I didn't think would honestly like be easy, but I mean, like, it's not all that easy, but some parts of it are easier than others.
How long until you get the you're one of the guys that has like 15 dogs all like around their belt and they're walking them all at the same time?
I am alt set.
Nah, that's not something you want to.
No, I can barely do two.
The
You
those
can
are
barely do
probably
two huskies.
Those
Dude,
are see. All I'm saying is I've seen those people do that before, and I feel like that has to just be like a really like good feeling.
Yeah, but I
Like,
can't even
imagine-
imagine the focus you need for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
Oh, I
that's
fell into a hole the other day while I was walking a dog.
like a deep one.
What do you mean by you fell into a hole? Like,
Oh.
yeah.
I was walking this dog. Her name is Rooney. Great dog. But when I was on the sidewalk, I fell. I stepped into a hole that was in the concrete, covered by leaves. Honestly, it looked like a trap, but I didn't know it was there. So it was kind of a trap.
They got you.
A 3-foot deep hole the size of my foot, so my entire leg fell into this hole. Like, I stepped into it fully.
Mhm.
And I I just screamed, like, I was like, fuck. Hoping that like
Oof.
someone would kind of be like, are you okay? And then I could complain to them about the hole, but nobody cared.
Nobody gave a single shit.
I lost
Fair.
the leash for a second. So that was fun. Now my leg's like kind of fucked up, but it's okay.
Oh.
I just
Damn.
put a warning for other people that walk this dog. I'm like, don't go down the street.
Warning: they have traps set up for you.
Team Rocket buried some pitfalls here.
It's the messages in like Dark Soul games where you can leave them for other players.
Yep. No, literally.
Here
No, I like to imagine he falls down this hole. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then the next thing you know, he is prepare for trouble and make it double.
Like, these two guys keep trying to steal this dog.
Yeah.
Dude, that's just crazy enough. I'd believe it.
Honestly, like I thought the worst part of it would be like picking up dog shit.
Yeah,
But honestly, like I'm just kind of like not immune, but like
you get used to it.
yeah, it's just like
It's like
yeah, just
whatever.
grab a leaf, cover it up, and grab it, and it's like it's a little mushy.
Wait,
but,
You
like,
don't have bags with you?
yeah, I use my bare hands actually to pick it up. No, like I'll cover it up with a leaf and then use the bag to pick it up because I don't even want to feel the texture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. It sounds
I
like
don't pick up fucking
pick
bare
up a
dog
leaf.
shit, bro.
It's not like you use leaf as a bag. I was like,
leaf.
Wait, bags are way too
Just like
dude.
holding a leaf covered in dog shit.
Bags cut into my bottom line, dude. I'm trying to maximize profits over here.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
God.
trying to be more environmentally conscious, so I just don't use the bags.
Yeah, man.
Fuck. No.
Who's still here, bro?
mentioning
Yeah.
mentioning Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, today Ash Ketchum won the World Championship.
Shh. Don't talk about the episode itself because I don't want to. I haven't seen it. And I want to see it.
Okay.
Although, can I talk about how I was spoiled on that in the stupidest way imaginable that Ash won?
Not Twitter.
So no, yeah, not Twitter.
I was-
Is
No,
this like
Thank you
current
for
day
this.
Pokemon?
Yeah, yeah. I was spoiled by the official Pokemon YouTube channel.
Yeah, because every day they posted it. Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
hey, I'm just glad it wasn't.
Isn't the bit like he's supposed to win though?
Not necessarily, no.
I'm just glad that
Most leagues he doesn't win.
I'm just glad that it wasn't Leon, because I hate Leon so much.
Here's what
Well-
I want to know.
Yeah,
And Robert, maybe you can answer this for me since you actually watch.
yeah.
It's not really sports, it's a tiny little thing that I noticed. But before the match started, I noticed that Ash was stretching. Why?
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 You're not the one fighting, bro.
He's
You're
gotta
just gonna be
stretch his
standing there for
his
10 minutes.
throwing
Why are you
arm.
stretching?
So the
Imagine-
best I can say is Ash is an animated trainer, not
He's
like obviously
Yeah,
like
yeah, they're
an
all
animated show.
animated, bro.
Like Ash, it more than just like giving verbal commands. Ash tends to like really put his whole body into giving orders.
fucking nerd.
So that's probably part of it. Especially when he uses Lucario, he tends to him and Lucario essentially tend to like mirror each other's movements. It's sort of like I don't know. I'm gonna make a comparison that you're not gonna understand, but back in the Gen 6 anime, he had a Greninja.
Mm-hmm.
And him and the Greninja had like a very special bond where basically they just like shared a mind. They basically were like psychic with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So him and Lucario have a very similar thing because of their aura. So because of that, like if Ash does the movement of like an aura sphere as Lucario does it, it like helps power up Lucario's aura sphere.
I feel like that should be cheating. That should be considered cheating
Yeah, that seems like
Not really, because it's
because it's the
not-
power of friendship and love.
No, I think. Holy shit. That was fucking funny.
It's
Okay,
so funny.
one thing. Rob, can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Are you using a controller?
Yeah.
Can you just hit the buttons a little bit?
What do you mean?
Just hit the buttons on your controller a little bit. I'm hearing a.
That's me.
How can you?
That's me.
Oh,
on my
that's you,
laptop.
Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you can't be on the podcast now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, away I go,
Alright,
I
man.
guess.
No, it's okay. Matt can edit it all out, right?
I'm not editing out
yeah, do it
every
in
single.
post.
Shut up, Shane.
Well, that's what we learned in school.
Yeah, that is actually what I learned in school. I learned that
guys, time to go.
Anyone that I learned that anyone that says they want to be writer director knows nothing about editing. That's what I learned in film school.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got 'em, boys.
God.
So yeah.
Oh, I wanted to say I actually started watching through the anime from the beginning, but kind of only like the major or like important episodes and not so much filler.
Nah, you gotta watch all the episodes like I've been doing over the last year.
100. Yep. Yeah.
It might be a skip from me. Because like it doesn't hold my attention really. What the fuck? As is.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of boring. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like right
show.
now. I'm probably about halfway through Orange Islands.
Yeah. Starting about a year ago, every Tuesday, me and a couple of online friends watch the anime.
Yeah.
And this Tuesday, we are starting Sinnoh.
That's awesome.
Sinnoh's good.
That's good
Yeah,
too.
I'm excited.
Like to watch it with other people because then you kind of
it makes it
hold
so
each other
much more
accountable.
bearable.
It actually gives you I don't know, an incentive, I guess.
Dude,
Yeah.
I never understood why people shit talked the Johto anime until I went and sat down and watched the Johto anime. It is a lot of filler episodes, and it is also a lot of boring episodes, and it goes on and on and on.
I used to have a lot of VHSs of the Johto episodes.
So far, everything I've seen can basically be broken into 5 arcs. You have Kanto, Orange Islands, Johto, Hoenn, and then the Battle Frontier. And best to worst has got to be like... I think Hoenn is honestly the best. I think I'd go Hoenn, then Kanto, then Battle Frontier, then Johto, then Orange Islands. Orange Islands sucked.
If you showed me
it's pretty bad.
If you showed me any episode from that, I'd probably remember it, but just you saying it means absolutely nothing to me.
So, when I say Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, that's Ash doing like the gym battles. Orange Islands is basically him traveling around an archipelago.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it is.
Oh.
I've watched it. I just can't tell you what he did there other than being in the Orange Islands.
Being in battles.
So basically, he had these 4 quote-unquote gym battles, except none of them were gym battles. They were all hot garbage.
Yeah, like I remember vaguely.
His first gym battle was, hey, take a water-type Pokemon, and we're going to use our water-type Pokemon and see who can shoot more cans off of this wooden plank from 10 feet away. And that was it.
And that's the gym.
It was their trial run of the Alola trials.
No, I don't know.
Beta version. That's with the Tracy, right? Not just
yes, and that also is part.
I was about to say,
sucked.
My favorite thing about Tracy, he traces, so that's why his name is.
That's
Tracy.
why his name is Tracy.
You know what my favorite thing about Tracy is?
Crazy.
My favorite thing about Tracy is the episode where we stop seeing him.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the one where he's no longer there. My favorite episode is the one where Brock comes back.
Over like 50
Do you guys remember the episode where Tracy fucking dies?
Remind me, because I almost certainly I saw it, but that one's not.
Yeah, he gets like fucking shot, dude. It was crazy.
He gets shot. I did not remember those.
What's that one band episode with the like
James
the
has
safari?
titties.
Not that one. I'm familiar with. I'm very familiar. Oh shit, I'm very familiar with that one.
Do you mean where
James
is black?
No, I mean also very. I'm talking about the one where they're at like the safari zone.
Oh, I think all the guns.
Yeah, and the guy just points a gun at Ash, and I'm like, damn, did Pokemon get hurt?
You know what the funniest thing is, Matt?
Yeah.
So that episode, people are like, oh, that episode was banned because there were guns in it. Actually, not entirely true, because there was an episode localized into English that did have guns in it.
Localized entirely within our kitchen.
The issue was that the entire focus of that episode was guns. There were like 7 different scenes of guns. You have one guy pointing a revolver at Ash. Then you have Jesse and James pointing guns right at that guy. Yeah, it's just a whole mess.
Get a whole Mexican standoff.
No, Japanese.
Yeah, it was an old Japanese
You're right.
standoff.
You're right. My bad. I forgot.
It's okay.
For a second there, I thought Pokemon took place in Mexico.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
I mean, Paldea is of Spain, so close enough.
Yeah, they're the same place.
That is not what I wanted to do.
Yo, when does Pokemon come out again?
The 18th.
Friday.
Next game.
Next
Next
week.
game. Next week.
That's hype.
You guys excited?
Very.
I'm excited.
Oh, that's awesome. I think this is the most excited I've been for a Pokemon game for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
They look really solid. And I don't want to talk about leaks and stuff. In case people haven't seen it.
I want to talk about leaks.
Dude, but I don't watch the leaks. I want
to talk about how one of our jerk friends just posted spoilers in our group chat, not telling us what the spoiler was.
Oh yeah,
and I clicked on it, got spoiled for me.
Thankfully I got
starter evolutions.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, is that what the pictures were? I didn't click on them.
Yeah, gladly I picked the one that I wasn't picking. So
I haven't even watched much like YouTube content that they put out about it, which I'm kind of glad I haven't, because I've always liked going into a Pokemon game with like a clean slate, you know.
Same.
I can't remember the last time that happened for me.
Every generation, I kind of handle things differently. So, like, for Gen 8, I followed spoilers, I followed everything. I followed leaks, I did everything with Gen 8. Am I alive? I'm alive? I got hit by the train and I lived. What?
Guys, you're a little bit to the side.
Anyways, so Gen 8, I followed all the leaks and stuff. Gen 7, I stayed away from, like, everything. This generation, I'm following the officially announced stuff, but not leaks.
Bro, I got Stanley updating me on leaks every 15 minutes, my guy. I'm the exact opposite. I was like, dude, just every time you find a new one, just send it my way.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't know. I could have followed the leaks, but I was like, nah, I kind of don't want to. I'm very interested to see a lot of the stuff. I will say, there's only like 2 things that I think I was spoiled on leak-wise. One of them is like not even really a leak. It's something that I expected to happen anyway, and that is that with this generation, and I don't think there's an issue with me saying this. With this generation, there is now 1,000 Pokemon officially.
Let's go.
And the other thing is, I think I was spoiled on a possible Pokemon, but all I saw was a name and that's it, and it very well could have also been fake, so I don't know.
How do you all feel about Gimme Ghoul?
Gimme
Oh, is that the ghost dog thing?
No, treasure. The one that asked for Ghoul.
Mimic!
The Mimic, yeah.
Yeah.
That is fun.
I haven't seen that yet. Should I not look it up for my own sake? You think that might be a?
I mean,
you can look it up. It's an official announced thing.
Had its own trailer and everything.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I liked it.
Gimme Ghoul?
Yeah, I think it's like GIMMIGHOUL.
Gabagoo. Gibagoo.
He's a ghoul that says gimme.
Oh, but he has a form where he's just a little guy.
Yeah.
That's cute.
He very much looks like the Reddit.
Question: was that all about him? That was.
I think it was just that there's these 2 forms. Yeah.
Okay,
if there's an evolution that hasn't been announced.
Okay, there might. Okay, may or may not be. Allegedly, there may or may not be.
All right, I want to say something. I
Speak your shit.
There was a few weeks ago. I was I forgot about that guy.
It's just like the comics I read. No, help me.
I found a leaked Pokedex, or so I thought it was.
Okay.
And it turned out to be like, I didn't realize until like I started really like looking down the list at like the photos, and I didn't see the disclaimer at the top of the page that said like fake mons, etc.
Okay.
But there's literally like I can't make this shit up. There's literally like one that says Pink Hammer, and it's just Amy from Sonic. And it's like it shows an evolution line, but it's just 3 pictures of it's the same fucking picture.
Oh, nice.
And then there's one called Coin, and it's just like an MS Paint picture of an evil coin with like I honestly kind of looks like Spiritomb. And then it shows its evolution Coin 2.
Oh boy.
And it's just like a fucking like an art mannequin that you like a small wooden mannequin guy. And then there's Salt. There's a Salt Pokemon.
And then Pepper, of course.
Well, I think this one's real because there's actually, well, I don't even know if this is fan art, so I can't say that. But then it's got Salt 2, and it's literally a Minecraft block that looks like Salt, like ripped from the game. And then Salt 3, and it's a Minecraft guy who's made of that previously mentioned Salt block.
I don't know. That sounds legit to me.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That sounds like Game Freak seal of approval to me. I don't know.
So what's the deal with the legendaries? You ride them throughout the game?
I think.
Can you catch them? Like,
all right. So again, this is as far as official announced stuff / rumors go. I don't know what leaks say about it, but essentially, what it seems like it is there's this Pokemon Cyclozar, which is, I think it's a normal dragon type. And essentially you can ride around on that.
Yeah.
And then there's also the box art legendaries, which you can also ride around on them. So whether it's that Cyclozar evolves into them, that might be the case. It might just be the case that Cyclozar's somewhat tangentially related. Kind of like Carbink and Deontay in Gen 6. It's hard to say.
Based on the
I think
trailers,
it's
it looks
likely
like
they evolve.
Based on the trailers, it looks like you get your starter Pokemon and then you just get them because they are everywhere.
Yeah, but I think that's just because they want to showcase how awesome the legendaries
It's like,
are.
okay, here's your little baby starter Pokemon,
and here's your fidget spinner bike.
Here's your giant legendary.
Here's the other thing though, Matt, okay? So, and again, I haven't seen leaks, I don't know. But with the game being as open world as it is, it might be possible to go get the legendary like immediately if you just go for it.
What, you mean like Breath of the Wild, go fight Ganon without even fighting Ganon in a loincloth or whatever you do that speedrunners?
Yeah, I mean that might be possible. I have a feeling that Scarlet and Violet are going to be some of the most interesting speedruns that Pokemon has seen.
Yeah.
So there's so many ways you can route it.
There was that one trailer, and I think it's why no one talked about it. But there was like one trailer that they put out. Like the game looks good. Like I think it looks good. Like I'm excited for it.
Awesome.
But there was one trailer that they put out that I don't even know why they did it because it made the game look awful.
One of their early trailers, I think.
It was like one of the more recent ones.
I'm not sure which trailer.
But the thing is, it came out. I think it came out in like a month. I think it was like early October, maybe. But I didn't see anyone. The thing is, it came out because I saw it was because I saw it on my subscriptions for Pokemon, like YouTube's the official channel. But I didn't see anyone talk about it because it didn't show anything new. It was just like a general like trailer. But it made the game look bad, and I think that's probably why no one talked about it.
I don't know.
Because it just existed. I remember talking about it before. I remember the date. And I was just like, I didn't know why they did it. It's just like they showed like the open world, but there was nothing in it. So it's like
I feel like
here's
that's kind of what they did for Sword and Shield. Like they showed the open world with nothing in it, and then there's like a few Pokemon here and there.
yeah.
Is that coming back? The open world kind of.
I think that's kind of like
So,
What do they? What
it
do they,
looks like
what do
the
they call it in
entire
Sword and
game
Shield?
is open world.
Wild
so
area.
Yo,
in Shield they had the wild area, which is what you're thinking of. But this game looks like it's 100% open world.
Yeah, that's
sick.
what I think.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, no, which is awesome. That's what I thought they were doing with Sword and Shield.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
This map is new, and they haven't had a new map in this game in fucking years. So shout out to the new map.
New as in like released in the last like month.
Like last time I played Gang Beasts was probably like a few months ago,
and
this wasn't
there.
in it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Literally just
shout out.
So I'm going Fuecoco. Matt's going Sprigagito. Robert,
Is that the
Robert, I'm pretty sure
Weed Cat.
Yeah, it's the Weed Cat.
Weed Cat.
Robert, I'm pretty sure you said you're going Fuecoco, right? Or you're like 90%.
My current plan, yeah, and I have no plans of changing that.
Shane, what are you going for? Have you decided?
It's a tough decision between Fuecoco and Quaxley.
Based Quaxley enjoyer.
Yeah, I don't know. Holy shit, there's okay. I don't know. It'll really come down to like in the moment what I decide, I think. But I definitely lean more towards Fuecoco. And I think part of it has to do with the name, honestly. I love the name.
Dude, that was the exact reason why I chose it.
Hell yeah.
This makes me so happy saying that name.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
No, it's definitely a good name.
But yeah, I'm excited. When do you think the day will ever come, Pokemon enjoyers, where we get a game that includes more than one region again? I know it's kind of hard to say with like the the amount of space that games take up on our systems these days, but like I was playing I was playing Gen 2 the other day and I was like, this is like basically the only game where you can just go through another fucking region and just face all the gym leaders and get 8 more badges.
Yeah.
And I always loved that. I think that's why Gen 2 ranks so highly for me, in my opinion.
I remember very shortly after Gen 9 was announced, and it was announced that like the region was based on Spain. I remember very shortly after that, people were like, all right, so if the new region is Spain and the Kalos region is based on France, then
they should be near each other.
They border each other. So maybe after the Gen 9, we go to see Kalos. And I'm like, oh, that would be swell. No shot it's happening. I think the issue is that they're already having to not allow you to put every Pokemon in the game because of memory allocation. You think they're going to be able to put a whole nother region in?
No, I know.
That ain't happening.
I think the best you'll get for something like that is probably like a ROM hack of a GBA game or a Game Boy game.
Yeah, and even then, I know I've had conversations with people who are able to do ROM hacks and stuff like that. Because I do a lot of like, I don't want to say ROM hacks because they're not ROM hacks, but like people who do specialized ROMs of the older games.
Yeah.
Whether it be like a warp randomizer or something like that. And I've brought up the idea before of saying, hey, how hard would it be to make a GBA ROM where you can access Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn? And they were like, haha, no shot.
Yeah. Seems very...
They might have been able to make a ROM that connected Hoenn and Kanto just because they're already made for the Gen 3, for the GBA. But it would not be easy from my understanding. Could it be doable? Maybe, but
What's a warp randomizer? Yeah, just curious.
so warp randomizer basically is like you enter a building. You enter a building or any kind of an entrance, and it takes you somewhere that it normally would not.
Just like anywhere on the map.
Yeah, so
not
like
its
for
normal
example,
location.
in Johto, you get to Cherry Grove City, right?
Yeah.
You went to the Pokemon Center. Surprise, you're now in Lieutenant Surge's gym.
Okay. Now, with that, could you just keep entering the buildings and just until you find a place, say that you wanted to be in? Or is it like every building is set to a different warp?
Yeah, it's set. So like that,
Okay.
that specific ROM center for Cherry Grove is always going to be Surge's gym.
Right, I got you.
So you got to navigate your way around.
And you got to like
cool.
You got to like remember because you probably got to still do stuff in order, right?
Not really. No,
Not
I mean
everything.
it depends on what you're doing.
I mean, you
quests and shit like that.
You have like you just start the game and you find the 8th gym. You're not fighting
not
that.
in a position to do that. No, but you also could end up on a route where you could catch a level 50 Pokemon.
Right, and yeah.
So once you have the high level Pokemon, you kind of could take on a late gym immediately.
Okay.
So it depends on what you're playing with as a rule set on what would be allowed versus not allowed. Like I know I did a Warp Random in Emerald once where we said you have to beat all of the gym leaders in the normal order. So even if you found like the 3rd gym leader, you can't fight them until you fight the 1st and 2nd.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool.
It's fun. Like you said, though, it's hard to memorize. And there are trackers that help you track it, but even the trackers can get confusing. I've got a lot of different randomizers and stuff, but Warp Rando is easily the one that screws with my mind the most.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to. I feel like that
sounds fun. I would try it.
Yeah. If you want, I'll try to, again, hook you up with the stuff to do it. I know of Warp Randos for Crystal, Emerald, and I haven't played them myself, but I want to say there are some for the Sinnoh games, and I want to say there's one for either Black 2 or White 2.
Ooh.
But I haven't tested those ones at all. I know the Crystal one is fairly new, so...
This is when the Nintendo representative comes in and is like, no, we're only playing on official hardware.
Dude, you mean the verified Nintendo account that's definitely not Nintendo?
All the verified accounts.
Alright, so I want to talk about this, alright?
Okay.
So, can we talk about how for $8, one person destroyed this medical company?
Oh, yeah, the insulin company.
Yeah.
What happened?
Have you not heard about this, Matt?
I have not.
Alright, so this guy spent $8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Created a verified official account for this insulin company, right?
Uh-oh, no.
And then put out a tweet saying, starting today, all insulin is free. Well, the insulin company didn't like that. So they had to go on record saying, no, our insulin is not free.
They had to apologize for it.
They had to apologize for it. Their stock shares dropped like 30%.
Oh, shit.
That sucks. That's not even their fault.
It's not. And this is like $1 billion company or something. It's a huge company.
Yeah.
It's like, on the one hand, that sucks for them. On the other hand, I really don't feel bad because they overcharge the shit out of insulin and they know it.
I'm glad something bad
it's
happened
like
to
a
them.
double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But that still sucks, you know. Was
I-
Twitter
I-
Blue an
I know
Elon
something.
Musk idea?
Oh, yeah.
The verification... Well, Twitter Blue existed before.
Yeah.
And you got like an edit button and some other stuff or whatever. I think it was like...
I was just reading the benefits. I was reading the benefits last night, and I'm like, man, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
who
why
would pay for
that's
this?
why they halted it for now.
Yeah, it was something that existed before you could always have done. But the fact that it makes you a verified account, I think that's 100% must
overboard.
on that.
Yeah, that's an Elon special.
Yeah, like give him a different tag. Why use verified? Well, I mean, I know why he's doing it because he's losing because Twitter always loses money and now he's losing even more money.
But like, here's the thing: how hard would it have been to make keep a blue check mark? That is for verified accounts, all right. And the whole point of a verified account is Twitter verifies that it's a real person that they claim to be, just like how it was before, okay? And then on top of that, you have this other thing called a VIP account. And a VIP account, you spend $8, you get let's just say a red check mark, okay? And then the VIP one gets access to all of this extra stuff, like you can edit tweets or something.
That's
what it was before Musk took over.
That's literally what they had before. Do you?
Because he's an idiot.
Idiot.
Do you think I know the inner workings of Elon Musk's mind?
No, because it's an enigma.
You just
that's one way to call it.
Honestly, alright. I want everyone to answer this, alright? What are the percentage odds you give of Twitter? I'm not going to say not existing, but Twitter basically not being used by anyone other than, the Republican Party within the next year.
I think the issue is more that Twitter's just not. I think regardless, people are going to keep using Twitter just because it's Twitter and that's people.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Here's the thing.
I think
that's where my market is, bro.
Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
No, I think the issue. I don't think people leaving is what's gonna kill Twitter. I think it's very much that Twitter is just gonna stop. Twitter is gonna get to the point where it's so unprofitable. Because the main issue right now is that Twitter was already losing a ton of money before Elon Musk, and all of the revenue it makes is, or all of the money it makes is advertisers, and now Elon Musk, is making it very scary for advertisers.
Elon Musk is attacking the advertisers.
Well, yeah, because did you see the people that were just like, okay, Elon Musk's in charge, let's post slurs.
Yeah.
And now no company wants to advertise on Twitter.
Oh, it's not even that. The best was when one person posted a tweet replying to Elon Musk and basically was like, Elon, what you should do is publicly shame all of these advertisers who have pulled off of Twitter. And Musk replied and basically was like, oh, I totally agree. Yeah. It's like, who's going to advertise on your platform if they know that this is how you're going to treat them should they need to pull the plug?
Yeah, right. What about your advertisers, idiot?
You also got companies like Ford and other car manufacturers who do not really want to give Mr. Tesla a lot of money. So that's already just
yeah, no.
Each car company just invents their own social media platform. Bam, there you go.
This is what I just did is I still have my Twitter account. I still have the Twitter app downloaded on my phone, but I moved it to the back of my phone and I'm not touching it for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people are going to Tumblr now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Tumblr, Mastodon, the people at Twitter are trying to make a new Twitter.
What the
Mastodon.
Hell is
Mastodon.
It's imagine
isn't that a dinosaur?
Imagine Twitter, right?
Okay, yeah. I'm imagining Twitter.
Now imagine 10 times more difficult to understand.
Oh, so Reddit.
That's GitHub.
Kind of, because there is there's different communities essentially, but it all has the same as a Twitter format that you join.
Does it make it as hard to read as Twitter as Reddit?
I think
threads?
so. Yeah.
where it like makes no sense how to read it unless you know how to read
There's
it.
a good amount of time where my few people going, "Yeah, I tried Mastodon, I gave up. I'll just be stuck here, I guess."
I guess
no, that just sounds like GitHub.
we really do have a Stockholm syndrome kind of relationship
Listen,
with Twitter.
I think Elon's just going to give up at some point. I think we're just going to see this as some weird hiccup in the history of the internet. And eventually it's going to go back in time.
What do you mean by give up, though? He's just going to be like,
just not be in charge anymore.
Who's going to give it to?
I don't know, somebody.
Me? Can I have it?
Sure, yeah.
Dude.
Can I have Twitter?
Dude,
$8, buddy.
I seriously thought about this. So you ready?
$8.
Imagine a world where Elon Musk gives up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it's clear he gives up, okay?
Yeah.
He tweets he gives up.
You know how easy it would be for the people who just sold Twitter to go to Elon and be like, "Hey, you sold it to us for $42 billion. We'll buy it back for only 10."
Not even 10. It's worth like less than 8 now. So
it makes no money.
We'll give it to you for 5.
I know, really. It's like Elon Musk would be like, "Deal." They'd be up $37 billion and still have the website.
Yeah.
It would be one of the most brilliant plays.
Sudden profit.
Pretty much, yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure that's something that companies have done before. Maybe not social media companies, but.
I also
no,
like
no,
how
no.
the dude was like talking to like, I don't know if it was like shareholders or something like that, and he was talking about Twitter Blue and talking about like explaining how the process is. He's like, yeah, so it's gonna be $8 a month, which everyone seems to not like anymore, even though they spend more than that on their lattes each month.
Oh god!
In that same sentence, he goes on to say that Twitter Blue is going to prevent like spam accounts and trolls and stuff like that.
How?
It just made them stronger.
You just said that they spend more than that on their lattes each month. You can't say those two things in the same sentence. They're just going to spend the $8 and keep doing what they do.
In Elon Musk's world, people are so poor that no one in their right mind would spend $8 a month on a joke.
Right.
And here we are.
And here, and now I'd
Twitter
like to,
Blue's down.
And I'd like to announce the new. I'd like to announce the new verified Lads AM podcast account.
I specifically told you not to do that.
Oh no!
Wait, did you actually verify it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
You should for the bit. Just kidding. You can.
Everyone.
Because we should have done that when we had the chance, Matt.
Now, Matt, you might like this idea. It's a new business venture I'm starting.
Oh boy, I'm already in.
Twitter Green.
Okay, you got my attention.
So for the low price of $15.99 a month, you get a green check mark next to your name. Actually, scratch that. You get a green golf cap next to your name. And for that subscription on Twitter, you will get access to only green content. It's all filtered out by color.
Okay.
There is now an option for green mode instead of dark mode.
Makes you feel like you're in a forest.
And you get a free NFT of yourself. And by like yourself, I mean of you, yeah.
Everyone gets a Matt NFT.
Yep. And yeah. So what do you think? Worth it? You think it's worth investing in?
Oh, of course. I am signing up for 3 accounts right now.
Shane, I'll give you $1,000 to make it.
Copy that.
I
don't think I would even. They wouldn't even show me the time of day for $1,000.
just roll up to Twitter HQ. All right, I got a plan. We keep doing what we're doing.
But Twitter Green.
Twitter. Okay, here's what we do. We make a Twitter for every color of the rainbow. We call it Twitter Gay. All right.
We call it Pretty Patties.
Something on Twitter
Pretty
that was kind of funny. So I was just going through Twitter one day, and suddenly I see I see a recipe for like chocolate chip cookies or whatever. I was like, "Dang, that looks good. I'm gonna like it." and I look in this girl's profile, and she has a whole bunch of different recipes. So
Oh,
you
okay.
know what? Screw it. I'm gonna follow her. These all look awesome. These are great.
Nice.
This woman,
I like where it's going.
Muslim.
Okay.
I follow her. I like to tweet. Suddenly, I'm getting so many recommended tweets saying like based off your likes and based on who you follow, just a bunch of tweets about like praising Allah and all that stuff.
The algorithm were at its work, bro.
Yeah, I follow one Muslim woman, and suddenly they think I converted.
Yep.
They think I'm all about Allah now.
Yeah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yeah.
That's like the TikTok algorithm, like levels of just like you watch this one thing and now it's your whole person. This is just my whole personality.
I'm on prison TikTok right now. I've been on prison TikTok. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's like dudes that have phones in prison. They're just like answering questions from the comments, and he's like, "Yeah, I just like to do this during the day, and like this is my cellmate." Da da da.
I'm in like worker revolution TikTok. I keep seeing all the stuff that's like people like acting out like situations with like bad bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
I know I don't remember if I talked about if it was on the I don't remember if it was on the podcast or not, but it's the one account that like it started off with just like her acting out like workplace interactions with like her boss, and boss is asking her to do like unreasonable things. And now there's like a whole storyline with characters and stuff that I'm heavily invested in.
Okay, but have you guys seen the storyline involving Kanye, Drake, and Eminem in Minecraft?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that so
I think we
much.
talked about
Kanye, Drake, and Eminem in Minecraft. What?
Aubrey.
Oh,
Well, how do we get?
hey yo, Aubrey, how do we get Marshall out of the Aether? I'm stuck in the Aether.
I don't
know, Mr. West. Maybe. You see the one where they're like, they're in Fortnite, and then Nicki Minaj shows up, and Eminem's like, Trinidadian-born rapper Nicki Minaj. It's basic. Let me paint the picture for you, Rob. It's literally just like PNGs of Kanye and Drake with like a Minecraft background. The whole story is that they're just like in Minecraft, and the running bit is that Eminem is stuck in the Aether, and there's like a ton. They're trying to get him out, and like they just find themselves in crazy situations, but their voices are just like AI text to speech generations, like of their actual voices.
Operate, Mr. West.
Right now, at my part in the like where I'm at right now, because I'm watching through them in order. Walter White and Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad showed up, and
oh no,
they're like,
Isn't it like Walter Green and Jesse Blumen?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
There's like a weird, there's like a color, there's like an alternate version of each of them.
But there's like
colors.
There's like Breaking Bad characters, and Ben Shapiro's in it.
Tony the Tiger.
Yep.
The Minions.
Oh yeah. They got Minions, like a new character in it now.
Has quote unquote Marshall got out of the Aether for you yet?
Not for me, but I know he eventually gets out.
All right. I won't spoil it. This is, I don't give a shit about I'll spoil Pokemon for y'all all day. I don't care. There's no way I spoil this.
Yeah, it's sacred, dude. But like I can only watch a few a day because it honestly becomes too much after like 3 minutes of it.
Mr. West.
Mr. West, I'm stuck in the Aether.
You got it.
My favorite is like there's one where Drake says whatever bozo, but the AI like can't fucking figure it out, and it's like whatever bozo.
She did not install the mod pack properly. Cannot go to the Aether. I'm in the Aether.
I'm in the Aether.
I'm in the Aether. It's so good.
Yeah, I think that's like the best bit is Marshall in the Aether. I also like that just like canonically, like Eminem is Marshall and Kanye is Mr. West, and then Drake is Aubrey. Well, I'm glad one of you at least watched it, because That would have sucked if I.
He's been making it up this
Just-
whole time.
If you just went on.
It honestly
Without us
sounds too
knowing
good to be
anything.
true.
You know, the more you talk about it, the more I feel like I might have seen a video of it.
Probably.
Yeah,
If
I
there-
think Matt
It's-
showed us some
yeah.
before.
I probably did.
Look through his Twitter. It might have been the same night he almost died.
Maybe.
Is this thing spinning like what the hell is that?
All right, so here's a checkpoint. What do you guys think of Gang Beasts?
Dude, I'm
How do you
a,
feel?
I'm doing well.
I'd like it better if I had a controller.
Save
I'll
me,
save you.
Save me.
You
No,
gotta
we're
help.
going down
You gotta put in some work, bro. I can't do this myself. Oh,
Oh,
there we go. Oh, wait, are you stuck?
Yes.
Are you?
I'm
Oh,
alive.
let's go! Punching bag.
I'm alive. Get wrecked, nerd.
the punching bag punched back. Turned into a trading.
Dude,
Let me get you out. Hang on.
I'm not. Dude, I can't get
Well,
killed.
this stage starts to fall apart, I believe. So. Oh yeah, get him, Dustin. Yeah, get him. Oh fuck, you got me.
My bad.
Guys, I can't lose.
When you learn how to climb, it gets really fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was trying to chase you down earlier.
It's tough. This game too, if you play with
Real
like
tough.
random lobbies, it's chaotic.
Is there
Like,
are there
I'm
people
just
that are like
going
really
by.
good at this game?
Yeah, like too
Like
good.
parkour masters.
Is there
Yeah,
Gang Beast competitive?
there should be. You can play soccer. That's about it.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah, I got plat in my placements for Gang Beast.
Mm,
yeah, good plan.
I'm diamond.
I'm immortal. Gang Beast immortal.
All right, how do I
Jaina, you can't kill me.
wait? Hang on, I'll go the other way.
You can't kill me.
It looks like you're like you're trying to run,
Butt scooting.
dude.
I'm butt scooting.
Yeah,
like-
you got an
doing the
itchy
dog-
butt.
You're doing the dog thing. Where you put your. where you
I
put-
know that thing is kind of disgusting, but like I have a dog that does that, and he's so cute.
It's funny. It's funny.
My cat does it sometimes. It's weird.
It's goofy.
She does it
All
for
right.
like a quick second, and then it's over. It's like,
Let me try
What?
to pull you this way.
That I think your cat's secretly a dog, and they let it slip sometime.
Dude, through
Maybe.
the dog sitting app, I got a couple of cat sitting jobs.
What?
And I think it's funny because like they don't
Ooh.
outwardly state that WAG is like a cat sitting site, but when they list their cat, it's like breed of dog, tabby cat. Or, yeah, breed of dog, cat.
Cat.
Hey, who
Turtle.
needs a cat sitting service? Like,
So let
Well,
me put
just
it
for a
this
long
way.
time.
I got
Can,
one.
like-
I got one for like Christmas into New Year's, basically, and
yeah,
it was like, you know, my cat's like 14 and she kind of just needs company at nighttime, like just someone to stay the night with her. Which I could understand that if it's a cat that's like used to company, they're they're
Yeah.
very self-sufficient, but like some
Yeah,
cats
and
like the company.
What you go back like you go just run by every day, and that's part of your thing.
I don't
Yeah.
like.
I have
plank
some where
on
it's like
right now.
just come like twice a day, let them out. You don't have to stay the night. Some are like stay the night every night, like be there all the time.
Dan, if I'm going down, you're going down with me.
No, I don't want to lose. I'm gonna lose though. Come on.
dude, just play for the draw.
Yeah,
Ten,
true. Then
nine.
neither
Oh,
of
maybe
us
not.
win.
Just jump.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, you might actually.
I guess we ran out of time.
Just got a point. I'm out of here. Hey Shane,
Hey.
Oh, boy.
I saw you had a little bit of an announcement.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh, that's a little crazy. I kind of popped off with it. Not gonna lie.
Wait, what happened?
Kind of crazy.
Kind of going a little crazy. Just hit our 2-year anniversary. The
Congrats.
Me and
Twitch.
Shane's 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, we've been dating for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna celebrate
By-
doing a subathon, but for me.
Yeah, I have nothing
Yep.
to do with it.
No.
Yeah.
December 3rd. Be there or be square. That's all I gotta say on that.
Wait, are you serious?
I'll try.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Oh,
a subathon.
God.
Capped at 24 hours, but minimum of 12 hours.
Oh, that's cheating.
What's the?
What?
He has a life and a. What's the longest? Because you've done long streams before. What's the longest you've done?
I attempted a 24-hour stream, but I only made it about 16 hours before I was like, I can't do this. Like, I literally can't stay awake. Which sucks because I like downed so much like caffeinated beverages, and just like did everything I could to stay awake. And I was just like, sorry, y'all, I didn't hold up my end.
That's rough.
But now I've learned that it's socially or it's acceptable in the space of Twitch to take like a 1 to 2 hour break to nap. In the stream. So knowing that, I am a little more confident in my ability to hold up my end.
To take a quick power nap. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be exciting. The last time I did a big stream to kind of celebrate anything was like over a year ago. And the year for me on Twitch has been a little lackluster, so I'm excited to
oh boy.
Lackluster, not in the sense of like other people, but like in the sense of me just like not having been like streaming a ton this year.
You know what my longest stream was, Shane?
Let's hear it.
26 and a half hours.
Were you awake the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow, God bless.
So, I did this event called Splash Facta, where you would speed run the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy and the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy all 100% in a row.
In one like sitting.
In one sitting. And I've done it now, I think 3 or 4 times, but the first time I did it, it took 6.5 hours, or 26 and a half hours.
That's crazy. You must have been so tired.
Yeah, I was... Well, actually, it was funny. So I did 26 and a half hours. And then I took a 10-minute nap because I had to meet up with a college group to prepare for a final.
I need to jump there. I really need to jump there.
And then the other crazy thing I did, Shane, was I'll say the crazier one I did was in the summer of 20. It must have been 2019. It was either 2019 or 2020. But in the summer, I did a month of streaming where I beat 62 Pokemon games in a row.
In a month?
It took 28 days. Each day I streamed just about 16 hours.
Okay, well, that's why then. I was like, damn. So you literally just like didn't do anything else that month?
Pretty much, yeah. So the rules, because I wasn't the only one doing the event. The rules were, how was it phrased? It was every 6 hours we played, we earned 1 hour off. But then every 15 hours we played, we earned like a 10-hour break or something like that.
Interesting.
So, like, I was able to sleep fine. And there were times where I actually had to stop for several hours because of IRL stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I had the advantage of when I was in college, I didn't work when I was a student, and my summer job wouldn't start until late June. So I had nothing to do from like late May to late June. But yeah, I beat pretty much, if you can think of it as a Pokemon game, I pretty much beat it and played it during that month.
Damn. So
very few exceptions.
did you have a set goal in mind for like how many you wanted to do, or?
No, so like I said, it was part of an event. We had a list of the 62 games we had to do.
Okay.
So it was every main series game at that point. So that included Sword and Shield, but not Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and not Legends Arceus. And then pretty much every side game. The only games we didn't have to do were like some of the Rumble games and like Picross and like Quest, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and the Japanese WiiWare Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. But we had to do the Japanese Pokemon trading card game too. Which that was brutal.
And yeah, I was about to say. You played through it?
I speedran it, which is brutal because it's just a bunch of crazy manips. It would just be manipulating the RNG.
Manipulate. You see, that's
not nips.
No,
that's not allowed on stream.
Just a bunch.
Can't do that on stream.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Oh shit. Have you guys ever played Pokemon Puzzle Challenge?
Yeah, that was one of the games we had to do.
So fun. Love that game, but also so hard.
I forgot to mention also, not only did we have to play all 62 games, but we had to obtain every Pokemon at least once in one of the games, in one of the main series games.
So what, like complete the decks?
Pretty much, yeah, but like, I could get Bulbasaur in any main series game. I could get Ivysaur in any main series game.
Oh, I see. So
it's not like I have to
one
complete
Pokemon over all of them is what you're saying?
Yeah. So like if I got Bulbasaur in Fire Red, I don't need to worry about getting a Bulbasaur ever again.
Oh, I get you.
So it provided for some interesting routing. To figure out like the optimal starters to use and stuff like that.
Sure. It sounds fun, but it also sounds like hell.
It was fun. It was long and it was frustrating.
Yeah.
So that was actually the second time I did something like that. The first time was easier because it was only 37 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the first time was 37 games, the second time was 62. And then I tried doing it a third time, and the third time was actually way less games. It was only like 32 games, but I ended up stopping after 6 days because I was just not having any fun.
Yeah.
I
Not worth it when you don't have fun.
Yeah, not only that, but by the third one, I was like, what's the point of me doing this? I've already proven that, like, I have nothing left to prove.
I stream 3 hours and I get tired.
And that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And then I don't stream for 6 months.
No, the streams that I do, because I do tend to do longer streams, the streams that I do, even like people who I know regularly stream on Twitch, Matt, they're like, you're insane. I just kind of like doing longer streams.
Yeah, I will say, like, when I did a 24-hour stream, it was interesting, but ever since then, I just do, like, 12-hour streams.
Oh, yeah, no. The first time I ever tried doing a 24-hour stream on Twitch, I stopped 21 hours on.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, that stream, I don't know if you remember it, Dustin, but you were on that.
Is that when we did Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes? Nice. I remember that.
Dustin remembers that.
I remember that.
I think part of the reason it sucked, though, was because I was just doing random games with, like, no plan. Every other long stream I did, it was usually a speedrun thing where it's like, okay, I have a goal that I'm working towards. There is an end point.
It's always better when you kind of just plan ahead and kind of have, even it might not always like go the way that you originally planned, but at least you have like a set plan in place for when there's like nothing to do.
One of my favorite streams that I did was I did the original Pokemon Rumble where I had to get every Pokemon. That took like 9 hours, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's something I would do again.
Subathon streamers try not to shave their head challenge.
I've thought about trying to do a subathon thing like that. Maybe I will for like February vacation, where I'd start at like a minimum of like 8 hours and we just go on and on.
Subathons.
I never
9 days.
I never like I do subathons, but like not in like the add time to the stream format. So I'm trying it out and I want to see how it goes.
Isn't that how a subathon normally works?
Well, like I'm more like sub goal based stream.
I don't really do that.
So like I did like before I had one for my birthday last year, and that shit popped the fuck off. I got like fucking almost 90, almost 100 subs in
that's awesome.
12 hours, and like I did the, you know, like 100-bit spin the wheel and I'll fucking like you know, like shove a spoon of ranch down my gullet, and people loved that. And I
thought that was going for a second. I was nervous.
And that, but like every other hour it's 50 bits, and so people were like, it's the other hour, and then they'd fucking throw in like 10,000 bits.
Wow.
And fucking, but like if that were a subathon, that would have easily surpassed 24 hours, like with the amount of shit. So
how much how many followers do you have on Twitch?
I think I'm almost at 500. I
Nice.
believe it's like 470 something.
Because here's the thing: is I have the feeling that you have about half as many followers as me, but I'm willing to bet you have probably double as many subscribers.
At the moment, I don't really know off the top of my head what my numbers are, but like
I know my sub count's usually only at about 5 or 6. So
yeah, I think it's. I mean, for me, I think it's well over 20.
Yeah, so that's why. Because I mean, you also have like a more. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Your Twitch channel is very specific in what it does.
Right.
Whereas mine is just kind of whatever the hell I feel like doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which has pros and cons to it, so.
Right. Like, I don't know. I have my set days, though. Like, I do Pokemon on one day, and then another day I'll do, like, wrestling, and then...
Oh, I thought you only did the wrestling on it.
No. For a while, it was only wrestling, but I've been opening it back up to...
Dude, just do a Pokemon stream with me sometime.
Yeah, dude, we should do, like, a fucking Nuzlocke or something. That would be cool.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I've done one Nuzlocke on stream, and technically I still haven't finished it.
Hey, it's alright. I started one, and 3 streams into it, I lost. And, it's fucking Ultra Sun. I didn't get past the first totem. The first totem was a Reshiram, and,
oof.
And it destroyed my team.
No.
So now it's just a randomizer, no Nuzlocke.
I did randomized Heart Gold, and my first attempt on stream I lost to Bugsy.
Ugh.
Bugsy.
And I'm on my second attempt now on stream, and I am in the middle of Kanto now.
Word. I don't think I can play a Pokemon game.
Barely making it.
I don't think I can play a Pokemon game without randomizing it now. Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
Depends on the game for me.
I guess. I don't know.
Just playing a stock Pokemon game.
Yeah, I can't do
already played before. No, I get that. I've tried to just start new files on Pokemon game. It's the same thing with Minecraft Worlds.
Right.
I have the same thing with Minecraft World, where I feel like I always feel like I want to play Minecraft. I want to just have a world
open it up and it's like
and do everything. I build my first house. First night comes and I'm like, you know what? I'm just I don't want this. I want to do it, but I can't bring myself to do it. I have the same thing with Pokemon games. I've never done it.
Like randomizing it every time, I think for me is just a ways of making it feel new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and like make it feel like a new game. Sometimes I'll do the randomizers where you literally randomize like everything types, what type is effective against what. Like,
oh god,
Like
Don't do
fire,
that.
fire
That's
actually just
brutal.
means water. Like water pulse is actually like a grass type move.
Those are the brutal ones. I don't
Change all the
do that
stats and the
kind of.
abilities. Just fuck the game up completely.
At that point, it's just a completely different game.
Yeah,
It's not
It's
even
just not a
Pokemon.
Pokemon game anymore.
Yeah.
you do like the chaotic.
Alright,
Bro,
well,
you're playing Digimon.
All
Yeah, I
right,
tend to
welcome
stay
to
from the chaos
Pokemon.
stuff.
Welcome to the Pokemon Emerald randomizer. Everything is randomized from the Pokemon to the textures to the code, and you're actually just playing Breath of the Wild. All the
That would be
Pokemon
funny.
randomizer.
Yo, I heard about this open world Pokemon game. Have you guys heard of Wilds?
What?
No.
I
Pokewilds?
haven't
No,
looked. I saw a video on it, but I didn't really watch the video because it's one of those things where I wanted to like be a little surprised. Was it Wilds? Yeah, it was. But I guess it's an open world Pokemon game, and that's literally all I know about it.
I see.
Couldn't tell you anything else.
Remember that one Pokemon game where they gave them guns?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, do you mean the one that
And
came
then-
out like right before Sword and Shield? Where you
I
had to
think
shoot
it was
the
around that time,
Pokemon?
yeah. And
You
then
had to-
Nintendo was like,
There was
absolutely
Pokemon
not.
Sword, Pokemon Shield, and Pokemon Gun.
You just got around. Oh wait, no, that was right before Legends Arceus. That game was.
That's
I
what it
think,
was,
I think.
yeah.
And you just had guns, and you just had to fight, and you just had to shoot Pokemon. And Nintendo did not, and then Nintendo did not like it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's funny
Yeah,
how
no particular reason.
Nintendo, famous for being totally cool with fan games and fan-made content, just really loose with their IP overall.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, most companies are very careful with their IP. Nintendo,
Yeah,
don't give a shit.
Nintendo's just like, you want to make a Pokemon? Go for it.
Knock
Dude,
yourself out, dude. Go ahead.
Remember when they tried to? There was a time when they were going after Pixelmon for a while,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
and then that weird like mobile game came out. You remember that? Like the cube, the cutesy cube Pokemon
You're talking
game.
about
That
Quest, I believe.
maybe is the one where you could like auto.
I think that one is actually like from Nintendo though, right? They like collabed.
Quest, I can tell you with authority, Quest is
Authority.
up there as one of the shittiest Pokemon games ever created.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it
it's
made
like-
the same people that did Crossy Road?
Maybe.
Probably.
It looks like the same art style, so I just figured.
It's bad.
Remember
I know.
Be like, this is what they took away Pixelmon for?
Yeah. I don't
This
know.
shit? This because it was blocky?
Given that I've played almost every Pokemon game, I feel like I have good authority on saying what the best and worst Pokemon games are. Well, I won't say the best because, the best everyone can have an opinion on. I won't argue with that. But I will absolutely say what the worst Pokemon games are. And Quest is up there. Quest was such garbage.
Is that the one where the one where you could like auto? You could just auto it like a mobile game.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, that one.
It was bad.
Like an idol.
Yeah,
What did I
like you could play it on the Switch. You could play it on the Switch, but it was you could get it on mobile too. Oh, where does the one where you own a little cute cafe, and you can have Mewtwo work at your cute cafe?
That one I
Pokemon
actually
Starbucks.
That's actually one of the few Pokemon games I still have not played, Matt.
I want a
I
little
believe you're thinking of, I think it's called Pokemon Cafe Mix.
something like that. Where's
Oh, that's
Sleep?
decent.
Where's Pokemon Sleep? Where's that at?
Where is
Yeah, what was
Pokemon
that?
Sleep?
That where?
I was even thought about it until you said it right now.
Then they went radio silent because they probably realized how stupid of an idea it was.
Okay, no, I don't think that's accurate because they still went ahead with Pokemon Smile.
What?
Did they?
They still went
What
ahead
was
with Pokemon.
Smile again?
The those like brushing your teeth.
Wait,
or
is
something.
that actually real? Pokemon Smile?
Yeah.
It's
What are
actually,
you, you don't know about that?
I'm
Yeah, I remember
downloading
Pokemon
that.
Smile. I just forgot what it was for a second.
Pokemon Smile is like about brushing your teeth or something.
Dude, I want to speed run that.
You gotta give gamers hygiene somehow.
rob the gamer speedruns dental health.
Dude, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Dude, Rob locks himself in his house, right? Speedrun becomes the world champion of Pokemon Smile. Next time we see him, he's like Chip Skylark. Like he smiles and it just shoots out like high beams. You're like, dude, turn your high beams off. Like, nah, man, I'm just smiling, I'm just having a good time. That's the world I want to live in.
That's the world you want to live in?
Yeah, I want to live in the world where my friend is a world champion Pokemon Smile speedrunner.
Yo,
Dude.
I have a
What's that?
suggestion for Gangbees.
Okay.
Wave mode.
What is wave mode?
You just fight NPCs.
Oh. What the fuck?
That's all right. That's all right. Next time.
Alright, whatever. I'm trying to think here. What other shit Pokemon games were there that I found? TCG2 is kind of bad. It was alright. It was a little bad. It was more the speedrun that's bad, though. What else is there? A lot of the side games are actually not bad.
You know what game I want to pick up for my DS?
Oh, yeah?
Pokemon Ranger. I need to
Dude, the
play
Ranger
Pokemon
games are
Ranger
good.
again.
Dude.
The Ranger games are really good, especially for me personally. Guardian Signs is phenomenal.
I only played the first one, just the
So-
original Pokemon Ranger.
My opinion, best to worst is Guardian Signs original Shadows of Almia.
What?
I'm not gonna say that Shadows of Almia is a bad game because it's not, but it is a game that I personally do not enjoy. So
Cool.
I just think a lot about how I have not played a Ranger game in literally like over 10 years, and that hurts me inside.
Oh, you want to hear something actually funny is because the only purpose that I ever played most of the Ranger games was for the speedrunning 62 games in a row thing. With the Ranger games, the most optimal way to play those games is using the Japanese version. So because of that, I've never actually played Shadows of Almia or Guardian Signs in English, only in Japanese. So I still to this day don't really know what the hell is going on in either of those games.
You know, sometimes that's okay.
Which of those ones is it? I think it's Shadows of Almia, where I have nicknames for all the characters, where there's Sonic, Tails, and Amy.
Yeah?
Well, there's these three characters. I don't know any of their names because it's all Japanese, but one is blue hair, one is pink hair, and one has, like, hair the color of Tails. So I'm like, yeah, it's Sonic, Tails, and Amy.
Yeah, it's whatever color Tails is.
Yeah, what color is Tail?
Yeah, I don't know. What would you even call that? What would you even call the color that Tails is? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You think I'm some color
Blue,
expert?
pink, Tails color.
Dude. Yeah, you look at a rainbow. When you learn the rhyme for rainbow.
Look, I'm just saying, brown's not on the rainbow, so.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called yellow.
He's not yellow.
He's certainly
Yes, he
yellow.
is.
Okay, Rob,
He's extremely yellow.
Rob,
Are you
stop.
colorblind?
Rob.
We're having another cat dog moment here.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Rob, you are the same person that said cat dog did not look like a cat or a dog, and then came back like a month
Dude,
later.
he is practically pissed yellow, dude. What are you talking about?
Wait, let me.
Oh my god.
That is the yellowest little fox I've seen in my life.
Maybe I'm misremembering. Let me pull up a picture.
I love
You're misremembering.
Sonic
it's not a maybe.
I don't get why they call Sonic the blue blur when he's clearly purple.
Wait. Here's the
man.
issue.
Oh.
So
Oh god, I love when he says that.
in most of the art I see, it is absolutely yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in some of it, it's orange.
But in this one game made in 1989,
It's
that's
brown,
really
so
big
I'll
in the
give you that.
speedrunning community. Tails
it's
actually
brown.
has a
Shit
little
about-
bit of as more of a brown.
More importantly, definitely not brown. Is literally all yellow. Is all literally 99.9% yellow, and a couple of orange dudes thrown in there. It's probably from like comics or something.
To be fair, also, I don't give a shit about Sonic. So
I don't look at Tails and be like,
Neither we.
Yo, he like me.
Why does this shark want me so bad?
We've had this conversation before.
No. No. Take him.
No, take him.
No, take him.
Leave the penguin angel alone.
Time to lip sync for your life, mortal.
What?
What's that from?
You guys ever watch RuPaul's Drag Race, bro?
No.
This shit goes hard.
Apparently.
My partner watches a lot of it, and the thing when they are eliminating someone from the competition is their last like kind of not resort, their last like chance is the two like people that are set to get eliminated go face to face in like a lip sync challenge where they lip sync to a song, like a famous song, and RuPaul will always be like, all right, queens, it's time to lip sync for your life. And I just like remember hearing it like while I was walking by the TV, and I just stopped in my place and I literally went like, why does it sound like you're like gonna go to hell if you don't fucking So I pulled out the voice and I was like, it's time to lip sync for your life, mortal.
In this
and
game...
then they say good luck and remember, don't fuck it up. So I was like, don't fuck it up.
In this game, fire represents your life. These fire bars drop the beat.
What is going on?
And then they put on fucking that song with Will.i.am and Britney Spears that I can't remember. Fuck.
They put on royalty-free hip-hop beats. I'm a bee. I'm a bee? You mean like green-eyed? I'm a bee.
Green-eyed peas? Is that what you just said? Green-eyed peppers?
Green-eyed chili peppers?
Not the name of the band? I don't know.
I like to no. I like to think of it as like you are a bee.
I'm a bee.
I'm a bee.
You know, I'm a bee. You know, I'm pretty humble. I wouldn't say I'm an A. I'd say I'm more like a B. You know, if I had to tier list myself, I'd say I'm a solid B.
Yeah? Solid B?
A lot higher than I'd rank you.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Dude, I'd probably give myself like a B minus.
Far too high.
A little bit, yeah. Well,
what'd you say, Dustin? A little too high?
I know, I said far too high.
Oh, far too high. Oh, even better. Thanks.
No.
Shane, your rest here.
Where would you rank yourself, Dustin?
No!
Double F tier.
Ah.
Double F.
I think you're low on yourself.
At least D for Dustin.
Good. Nah.
True.
It's too nice.
Here, grab my hand, mortal. Come on.
Brother.
Come on. I tried.
Yeah. Scar! Help me.
So Shane, last time we talked about GCW for a little bit, and now we're in it.
We've made great strides.
Yeah, tell me.
You're looking at your top 3. Well, actually, the people of the Lads AM podcast, the fans probably don't know what GCW is.
Explained it last time.
Did I? Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk a little bit about it. Yeah.
I'll run through the spiel again. Yeah. Folks, GCW is the greatest, not only the greatest, but the only virtual wrestling promotion on Twitch.
Never seen
haters will say it's fake. Haters will say I'm a liar, and that's not true. But they're probably right. You can catch GCW every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Mr.Galeer, and you can actually catch the Lads AM crew on GCW, including your brand new twitch.tv champion, Dustin.
Woo! Go!
Which I just want to say, our former champion, Cameron, was literally 3 days away from breaking the record of longest reigning Twitch champion. And
And this newcomer,
literally nobody could stop him, but apparently Dustin could in his second ever match. So
and this newcomer, this young blood, just comes in and destroys the competition.
And then, of course, we got Matt.
How many hate threads did Dustin get?
We could actually too. I don't know. Do you guys like do share screen shit for the podcast at all? Because I could show you the footage of him winning if that's a thing.
Be good.
Oh,
you know what? You know what we could do?
What?
So sometimes I like to put stuff in. I like to put stuff in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, do that.
So after we finish Gang Beasts, we can do that, and I'll just.
Oh yeah. And then Cool.
Yeah, Shane. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Shane. It's this thing called editing.
Yeah.
It's like this thing. It's we have this. It's this really like underground small company made this program called Adobe Premiere.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It means that I can say stuff and don't have to worry about it being bad.
We also had Matt and Rob make their debut in a tournament qualifier match. We're having a big tournament where the winner gets to challenge for every single belt, which isn't a thing that you can just do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to work for what you get. And Matt successfully qualified for the tournament.
Let's go
by kicking Rob's ass.
Let's go!
Oh!
So 2 winners on this podcast.
2 winners on this podcast.
One big loser, shocking.
Hey,
which is funny because
everyone has their time, you know. I mean,
I can win.
It took our world champion Jake Impact about 3 years before he became world champion. So you know, it's all part of the. It's all about the journey, not the destination.
I see.
Is that how that phrase goes?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, just this thing. Just a thing losers say.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm starting beef. I want to start beef with someone in the GCW who I do not know. Just let me start beef with them.
Matt, I will do this in a polite way, okay?
Okay.
Would you like to throw down in a parking lot?
Yeah,
and then we can really see who wins in fighting.
Oh, I would demolish you, dude.
I can make that happen.
I would destroy you.
You
have no shot.
Really?
You have no shot.
Really?
Rob,
that's 6-inch height difference.
I feel like it would be 50-50.
No.
Rob,
there are very few people that I am extremely confident I could beat in a fight. And you are one of them.
All right, here. Matt.
Great, now this thing's actually gonna happen.
Hey!
Well, we'll set you guys up in a backstage brawl, and we can have it.
I think he means like actually fighting.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah.
That's why I found it funny when you said I can make this happen. I was like, oh yeah, you know some people.
You see, officer, this GCW made me do it.
my client pleads GCW.
Contract.
I would beat the shit out of Rob in GCW.
You say you would beat the shit out of me.
Also, I'm not saying I'm going to.
No, I know you're not saying you're going to. What makes you think that you would do that much better than me?
I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you.
You're better than me on what?
You go
throwing punches. Neither of us throw punches, Matt.
I could throw a punch.
I'd like to see Matt throw a punch. That would be
Matt used to do karate or something.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for basically until high school. Also, I mean this in the nicest way. I don't think Rob takes a punch very well.
I mean, you're right. But
why is this getting so violent?
I don't see Rob taking a punch and getting back up.
Robert, think about how mad you make him every single Friday. That's gonna build up.
Yeah.
And when it's finally time for you guys to fight.
There were definitely times.
Every Monday and Friday, I should say.
There were definitely times where I thought Matt was going to beat the shit out of me.
Soon to be Wednesday.
If we were in the same room.
Really?
Yeah.
Most notably during a couple of D&D things.
Do you remember any specific ones, or?
Yeah, you want to bring some things up just to get me going?
No, I can't really think of any specifics off the top of my head.
Oh, wow.
This campaign, I feel like we've been fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to being Matt. Let me ask you a question.
But it's like me trying to get information. Like,
you mean like when you say, "Okay, I know this is against the rules, but can I call it something different and make it okay in the rules?"
Yeah.
Okay, so I know this is an action, but can I call it a different thing and call it a bonus reaction?
Matt, here's the thing. All right, you ready? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's true.
And generally, when I ask you this shit, 99% of the time, I know for a fact you're going to be like, absolutely not. But the other 1% of the time, you are like, you know what? Sure, fuck it.
If it's cool.
It's the same reason why occasionally I ask you at the end of a session if you can level up. Because there have been times where you said, you know what? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, there have been times.
So, yeah, I might as well ask because you never know when you're going to say yeah.
I think there are some basic things, though. You know, like he said, turning an action into a reaction. Or vice versa sometimes.
Can I just do this thing that's not in the rule? Come on. Let me do this thing. Rob, do you want to know the actual thing that actually frustrates me in D&D? You specifically?
Oh boy.
Do you want to know?
Maybe. What's up?
It's the moment I propose any type of challenge to you, and you get upset about it. The moment I say counterspell, you're just gone for the whole session.
I mean,
you're just done. You're like, this thing was put in my way, and now I can't just pick a spell and use it. And I'm like, you can. He only has one reaction.
Obstacle, how dare?
Oh no!
But here's the thing: is I don't have like bonus spells.
See this is
here it comes.
Here it is.
Matt, what's the thing that I do that annoys you?
Absolutely nothing. You're a treat.
Nice. Although I do have something in mind when I ask you that question.
Yeah, what is it?
Every time I ask you to do something, and I say, "Hey, you're a cool DM, right?"
Oh, a little bit of the manipulation.
You butter him up.
Your attempt at manipulation.
It's like, I guess I would be kind of a lame DM if I didn't say yes to
it. Would be lame if I said no.
Or anything.
I don't know. I feel like you're a tough DM to crack, though.
Matt pulled that on me last campaign.
And I feel like that also speaks to how much of a dick you can be. But like,
I've never
an unsung hero in an unsung hero type of way. Like,
Shane,
I think we've talked about this before. Like how you're secretly an asshole.
Yeah, definitely. You were the first person to ever bring that up to me. Yeah, and I've kind of embodied it.
It changed your life.
I kind of like being the secret villain. I dig it. This is my villain arc.
Shane, you want to hear what Matt did the first Pokemon D&D campaign where he was like, "Rob, you're a cool DM, right?" So the whole premise of the campaign is that they're all trainers and they are catching Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So about halfway to 2/3 of the way into the campaign, Matt was like, I forget who came up with the idea, but me and Matt had a conversation about his character secretly having been a Ditto the entire time.
Oh,
transformed into this creature.
Like Detective Pikachu Ditto rules, where the Ditto can also be a person.
Right.
So I had no issue with that. I thought it was funny, especially because I didn't really have too much of a backstory for his character, so it worked out fine. So we had fun with that. As we get closer to the end of the campaign, they know that I'm preparing this major fight. They vaguely know what the fight's like. And Matt says, "Oh, I'm going to ask you something during that fight. And I really hope you be a cool DM and you allow it." This fucker reverted back to Ditto form and asked if he could transform into Arceus. And I allowed it.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about that kind of stuff, though, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, Rob, if I have taught you anything, that if it is cool, you allow it, regardless of what it does.
Yeah.
But it's like, imagine if you said no to that. Like, that, you just missed a cool opportunity there.
Be a lame DM. That's why that's why Dustin knows if he calls me lame.
You don't want to be lame.
I don't want to be the lame DM.
My favorite thing
I
to do
will
since
say, this may be me being the lame DM. So, the new campaign, they're playing as Pokemon. And so I modified the classes so that it fits the Pokemon world a little bit. And one of the big changes is Druid instead of Wild Shape. They just get the move Transform.
Ooh.
I don't think I'm going to allow you to use that to transform into Legendaries, though.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
They'd be biting my shit anyway.
So, well, it's an important thing to mention because we actually do have a player who is a Druid.
They did it. Hey,
So.
The best in the biz did it once already. They can't recreate that.
Other than that, though, I also see it could be going a lot of different ways with that. So I'm really excited for this new Pokemon campaign.
Same. My favorite thing to do is since both of you are DMs when Matt whenever Matt says no, I just go, I bet Robert would let me do it. Or vice versa, if Robert says no, I'm like, Matt would have said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're asking your parents to do something.
Exactly. That's how I abuse.
Mom said no, so you go and ask dad instead.
Yep.
Well, it's the funny thing, Shane, is because Matt has a lot more D&D and DM experience than me. We'll be in the middle of doing the Pokemon campaign. Dustin or some other player will ask me a question, and my response will be, I don't know. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, Matt is kind of like the second DM in a Pokemon D&D.
Yeah, well, because...
It's also just a rule thing.
Usually it's like not like a judgment call. It's like a rule thing. How does this work?
Yeah, because really the only time I would be like, Rob, no, that's not how it works, is if I see someone not being able to get full value out of something they can do because of a interpretation of something.
And Matt will also, after a session, let me know of something that he might have done differently. Not to be like, you fucked it up, but to be like, hey, just so
constructive criticism.
Right, and I tell him all the time, thank you for telling me, because that's how I learn.
Yeah.
I want it.
It's also, there are also things that, people... It's not like he's the first person to ever interpret something in a way that may have been not such a good idea.
Matt, you are going to be proud of me, because it only took me asking you, 7 separate times, and me Googling it, 20 times. But you ready?
Yeah.
I think I understand blind sight and true sight now.
Hey,
oh my
finally.
God. Don't even get me started on that.
Speaking of Robert annoying Matt.
God. Oh my. You see this? It's one day I'm just going to be reminded of too many things all at once. And I'm actually going to go Cody
Beat up
house.
Rob. Yeah, let's see it.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's amazing how many times you guys would have half-hour post-session discussions about true sight and blind sight. So many times. It'll be the same exact conversation every time.
It's always but it could be interpreted this way, and I'm like, no, it can't. Because it's very specific this way, and then he goes well, it's just one of those things where, and I'm like, no, it's not.
I like when you get upset. It's funny.
Oh, you know what the best part is, Shane, is part of me is now nervous and shit, is the way that I understand it a way that Matt's not going to be happy.
Did I do the thing again?
Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. Just,
all right.
Just let me. Okay. Actually, go for it. Sure.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
So blind sight works pretty much just the same way as normal sight does.
Yes.
It's just that you don't use eyes.
Exactly.
Other than that, though, it pretty much works exactly the same.
Yes. Like if you are a monk, if you are a blind monk, for example, you might have blind sight because you have your sight is not a detriment to you. You have essentially become fully capable without the use of your eyes. So it's not a detriment. Yes. Now explain what true sight is.
True sight has the same range as normal sight.
Depending, but yeah.
Well, it has a range, but it allows you to see certain things that you otherwise would not be able to see.
Like the color yellow.
Like the color yellow.
My character was colorblind. He uses true sight to see colors.
Like an invisible creature or into the ethereal plane.
Yes.
But it does not allow you to see through walls.
No.
However, tremor sense does work through walls.
Yeah, there are different things, but yeah. True sight is like not omnipotence, but like it's sight that's like more than your eyes. My eyes, my brand.
The one thing I did see that you
should probably cut it off here.
Would disagree with.
You should probably quit. You should probably quit while you're ahead.
Look, I'm not saying I agree with this.
Oh.
I'm just online.
Okay.
Just interpreted.
People making the argument that if you have blind sight, you being invisible is only somewhat relevant. In that, or yeah, if you have blind sight, someone being invisible is only somewhat relevant. In that, like, it depends on your version of blind sight. Like, how you sense things. Like, for example, if it was just a blind monk that senses things, then yeah, it's very possible that someone being invisible it wouldn't work like that.
They would be able to find. They would be. Yeah, I mean,
It's case by case basis, basically.
I guess I know. I get what they're saying. It's like if you don't need sight, then the fact that they're invisible, which really only would affect someone, would only trick someone with sight. Yeah, but I would say that's also just kind of just. Yeah, but
I think it's like a case by case thing because, like, the way I think of it is like. Like there's pros and cons. For example, if you being invisible may not make a difference to someone with blind sight, right? But also, you could also make the argument that since they don't see, they see through other methods, such as echolocation. You could just stand in the room and pretend to be a lamp.
They wouldn't see you.
And they wouldn't see you. They would sense that something's there, but they have no way of knowing that it's a person unless you're moving.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have like an increased ability to find people. It's not like they can find people based on. It's not like they could track someone based on the sound of their footsteps better than an equivalent person with eyes.
Yeah. So it took me some more Googling. It took me writing things down.
Right for this?
Dude, I just wanted to make sure I understood it finally. Because I'm starting to go through every single Pokemon and create like a race sheet that has racial traits on it. And part of that is, does this Pokemon have blind sight or true sight or tremor sense? So I wanted to make sure I fully understood them before I just started arbitrarily giving them out. So far, I've only found one Pokemon that has tremor sense, and it's not one you would expect. You ready?
No.
Arbok.
Yeah.
So here's the reason. You ready?
No.
There's an actual anime episode where it is shown that Arbok can sense tremors in the ground and locate where someone is based on the tremors.
Oh.
Huh.
So there is kind of it's not random. That being said, I made the tremor sense like only a radius of 15 feet. But, it's something Arbok's got going for it, I guess.
Good for Arbok. We like to see a W.
Arbok.
W for forgotten Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also have Pokemon that I'm like giving digging speeds to and stuff like that as well. Like Sandshrew and Sandslash have a faster digging speed than running speed.
What's my digging speed?
What Pokemon are you again? Alolan Rattata?
Yeah.
I don't think you have a digging speed.
Come on, give me one.
Come on.
I can just use my hands and dig.
Come on.
Come on.
I get my little rat paws and I just start digging. It's not that hard.
Hey Rob, if you were a cool DM,
you would give me a digging speed.
yeah.
You would give all of us a digging speed.
Dustin,
Yeah.
here's the deal. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I think Alolan Rattata and Raticate are one of many, many, many Pokemon that can learn the move Dig via TM.
Uh-huh.
If you learn Dig, I'll give you a digging speed.
Okay.
I think that
lame
sounds
DM
fair.
answer, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, it's up to you to get the TM.
Yeah, that's why it's lame.
We got him, boys.
I ain't just giving you shit for free.
Oh, yeah.
I just use my little paws and then I dig.
Also, what do you want digging speed for?
I was just wondering. I'm not asking for it. I'm asking you what it was.
What digging speed is?
What's my digging speed?
0.
You can dig. You can physically dig.
Alright, fine.
Not fast.
Your digging speed is 1 meter an hour.
Nice.
Bro, freedom units, please.
Yeah.
If you want
D&D, sir.
Fine. 3 feet an hour. 1
boy.
foot every 20 minutes.
Nice.
That better?
Sure.
Don't worry, we'll dig a hole.
Dude, dig a hole on Pilico Rock.
Dude, first session, I'd like to dig a hole.
Oh my goodness.
And now it'll take 4 hours.
We're going to use this entire session time to dig a hole.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
Oh my god, you just like unlocked a memory that I thought I had repressed.
Dude.
You had repressed.
Actually,
bring it back.
I don't know. I have trauma from learning that Herobrine was fake.
Wait, what? You have trauma learning Herobrine is fake?
No, it's not his brother. What are you talking about?
Go on.
You know, their whole Herobrine series that Yogscast did.
You mean you mean Israfel?
Yeah, that I couldn't.
Israel's fake?
Shadow of Israfel?
Shadow of Israel?
Shadow of
Palestine?
Israel.
Like,
I prefer Lebanon.
I actually came across Yogscast the other day. I got raided by another streamer, and they were playing this game called Landlord Super, which apparently is produced by Yogscast Studios.
Yeah, they've got some stuff going on. They got like a gaming thing.
I didn't know that.
Am I the only one who thought Shane was about to say I got raided by Yogscast?
Dude, imagine. Do they stream?
Like, I don't know.
I know they do
I think so.
They do live stream events. I don't know if they stream regularly. I don't know if
I'd believe it.
Yeah, long story short, I want to play Landlord Super now.
Yeah. Dude, I grew up on Shadow of Israfel was so good.
It was good.
It was so good.
But I thought like all that shit was real.
Oh,
like the other characters in the I didn't realize it was kind of like
it was that there was like other
people involved, yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't think that the fucking Dream SMP fans, Dream So Lucky, I don't think they realize how they don't know Shadow of Israfel. They don't know
they
don't know that Shadow of Israfel walked so that the Dream SMP could run.
That's right.
And I don't think they give the OGs the credit they deserve. Shadow, I'm still waiting
they even know that Israfel exists.
What was it? I think it was episode 39 or something was the last one, and it just kind of stopped.
Sad.
And that was that was how I learned that's how I learned what disappointment was in my life.
Yeah.
Was that not everything is forever. Not everything you love will be completed.
Yeah, they say Oh wait, no, this doesn't really play. I was gonna say don't meet your heroes, but like
Don't meet your heroes.
your heroes will let you down.
They'll always disappoint you.
Yeah.
Bro, I want to know how it ended. Skylord Lysander, Old Peculiar, Grandma
Dude,
Bacon.
oh my god, you're
Bro,
fucking you're
I love
unlocking
that
everything.
Hey, the portal. The Nether portal was such a big thing because it was just added to the game. I was like,
God.
what is this?
I just want to
That's
point
a
out
very
I have found the Shadow of Israel playlist.
yeah.
Wait. Minecraft. Oh yeah. Wait. How many? Sorry, I'm 39, 40, 42.
Yeah, it sounds
Shadow of Israel, the movie trailer. Wait, what?
I know there's someone I don't remember their name, but there's someone at Yogscast right now that like has been talking about bringing it back for a while because they were like a fan and now they're working for him, and it's been like teased. I don't know if any official capacity, but I know that there's a diehard Yogscast fan working there now, and they have talked about bringing it back, and dude, I want it so badly.
Yeah.
Oh,
They play they don't even play Minecraft anymore. I'm looking at their YouTube right now.
Isn't all like Gary's mod now?
It's Gmod and GTA basically.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well,
but I mean,
depends
you know,
on
whatever
what they
works.
do.
Yeah.
Right, of course, I guess.
It's just, you know, it's weird how things evolve, you know?
It's like watching well, I guess in kind of a there's two examples that I can think of. One and they both go in different slightly different directions. Cuz, you know, old school TF2 YouTubers. On one hand, you have Germa, who's like one of like the biggest streamers now.
Yeah.
And I remember waiting for his TF2 live commentaries to come out. But now he's like great. But then there's one YouTuber who I guess it's not super bad, but there was one TF2 YouTuber named Uzelk, and I like looked back and now he just kind of is like a generic Fortnite channel.
Yeah. I don't blame creators for you know, kind of just like
For
changing.
Yeah.
Same with like musicians. A lot of people get mad when musicians like change their sound or go pop or whatever it may be. But it's like you kind of in a way you kind of got to respect that like that change, you know?
I miss old Taylor Swift. Why doesn't Taylor Swift do country anymore?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Dude, I don't even know if I could name enough artists that have done stuff like that. Like,
I think we dedicated like 30 minutes of a whole podcast just to say that you can't.
Yeah. Dude, I still love Will Ferrell's music.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's music, yeah.
Yeah.
Shane, have you ever seen
stand by what I see? Sad.
Have you ever seen the clip of us like quizzing Rob on music?
No. Do you not know any music? Is that the bit?
Oh god.
He is just completely out of the loop on pulp culture in every capacity. And
video games.
Video games that came out 20 years ago. That's what he knows. But we asked him who did Uptown Funk. And he said Pharrell Williams. No, he said Will Ferrell. He said Will Ferrell trying to say Pharrell Williams, which is wrong.
That's even worse.
Yeah, he was wrong in two. He didn't even get the right.
All right.
No, the best part, Shane, is I said I have a guess, but I'm very nervous to say it because I'm gonna be wrong. And I think it was Matt said, Rob, you've said so many dumb things tonight. Surely whatever you say can't be any worse than what you've already said.
I think that was Dustin. It sounds like I think that was
Then
Dustin.
I said something even dumber than what I had already said.
I specifically said as long as you don't say Beethoven, you're good. Just don't say.
And then
I'll
I
give you
said
that.
someone worse than Beethoven.
So I bet you if I threw some Pokemon songs at you, you could guess what they are.
What do you
no.
mean, Pokemon?
Like
I wouldn't be able to name the
like
artist.
OST, like just like you hear a
Ecruteak.
song. Oh, what city is this or what route?
Oh
Ecruteak
yeah,
City.
yeah, I would be.
Well,
able to
I was
know
actually
that,
thinking
yeah.
of doing a video like that with you guys because I feel like it could be fun.
I did. I had a friend who organized an online Pokemon Jeopardy thing on Twitch. Or no, it wasn't on Twitch. It was just offline. And it was me and my friend and my friend's girlfriend, who was also extremely knowledgeable in Pokemon. And there were some very difficult questions in there. And my favorite one was, which city has changed its name to celebrate Pokemon on 2 separate occasions?
Like a city in real life?
What real-life city has changed their name twice to celebrate Pokemon?
Oh, I
know
knew the answer to
Yeah,
that.
you know the answer.
I knew the answer to this.
Friend took a wild stab in the dark, saying this is a complete and utter guess, and they were right. Any guess, Shane, on what city it was?
I literally have no idea.
You ready for
I
this?
knew.
It was Topeka, Kansas.
Really?
Heard us talk
2
there.
separate times changed their name to Pikachu. For like a single day.
The only reason that I knew the answer to that, I didn't know the answer to the question, I just guessed, because I remembered a time where they had changed their name to Google, and in response, Google changed their name to Topeka, like the thing on, like when you went to Google, like the word.
Yeah.
They
It
changed it
just
to
was
Topeka.
Topeka. Nice.
So I was like, there's only one city that I know that has changed their name for a meme.
Mhm.
So it must be that one. Because obviously that one city is just based, I guess.
Yeah.
They're like, our
really,
name, we don't care. What are we doing in Kansas?
I really wish that Jeopardy game was streamed, though, because I ended up having the most clutch win, where I needed to get the last question right in order to win by like 200 points. And I pulled it off. The question was, what was it? It was like, what Pokemon has the number 108 associated with it? That was the way it was phrased.
Okay.
And any guess?
No, I immediately go to Dex entry, but even then I can't think of that.
It's not a Dex number they're referring to.
Dex number.
So the answer is Spiritomb.
Why was that actually genuinely like a thought in my head?
Because the Pokedex entries for Spiritomb repeatedly say that Spiritomb is made up of 108 spirits.
Yeah, just kind of
Interesting.
Wait, help me, Dustin.
Am I alone in thinking that that's kind of a dumb answer?
Perfect.
I wouldn't classify that as this Pokemon's associated with it. I'd say that's one. I'd say I mean I feel like
it might have been phrased a little differently, but it was clear to me that it wasn't a Dex number they were going for.
I don't hear Spiritomb and be like, oh, 108 souls. Yeah,
but
that's
right.
Like
Yeah.
Jeopardy game.
It's like that's it's meant
It's
for
for
nerds.
nerds.
No, like this was not like a Pokemon Jeopardy that like a typical person would be able to do.
We did.
This
Pokemon,
was bizarre.
Yeah. We did Pokemon Jeopardy in college because of the Pokemon Club.
Yeah.
And I remember I had I did the year that I had a category, I did mine on Pokemon movies because film major. Represent.
Dude, the movies are good. Most of them.
And
least favorite Pokemon movie, go.
The one where Pikachu speaks for some reason.
Okay, I haven't seen that one, but someone told me about it recently. I want to fucking.
Yeah, it is weird. It's not as jarring as you would think, but it is kind of a weird thing they would put in there.
Which one is it?
It's
I
the
think that's Origins, isn't it?
isn't the Marsh? Is that with Marsh Shadow?
Might be. Yeah, I know it's one of the newer ones.
I think I've explained this before to you guys, not on the podcast though. But my 500-point question, my hardest question was,
Yeah.
in what way is the movie Detective Pikachu and Home Alone connected?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
The answer is that in Home Alone, you know the scene in Home Alone where he uses the movie to scare the pizza guy?
Yeah.
So that movie is called Angels with Filthy Souls. It's a fake movie. It's not a real movie. It was made specifically for
Home
Alone.
Home Alone. In Detective Pikachu, when he goes into his dad's apartment, there is a movie playing on the TV, and it's that movie.
That's kind of cool. A little Easter egg.
Yeah. And I was like, that is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. That's the most difficult question. And honestly, I kind of cheated because one of the teams was a team of like the people that I lived with, and we had discovered that together.
Oh no!
Wow.
So when I made it the most difficult question, they immediately knew the answer, and they ended up winning the whole. And they ended up winning the whole thing. And I didn't tell anyone about that.
Wow.
Winning one for the team.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Going back to what you asked though, Shane. I haven't seen all the Pokemon movies, but I think my least favorite one is probably the third movie.
Really, the Entei one?
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
dude! That holds so much sentimental value to me.
Come on.
Let me go over several of the issues with that movie. Okay.
For
one, it has some of the most horrific CGI.
Like what, for the unknown?
It's bad. Just there's CGI.
I haven't seen it in a while. So, I mean, you're probably right. I don't doubt that.
I mean, I watched the movie like 9 months ago. It has some bad CGI in it.
Just put on some nostalgia goggles and calm down.
But here's the thing: even if I do that now, right? The plot is all over the place. It's not. It doesn't tell a cohesive story, really. It's weird.
I gotta watch it again.
I think the second movie is also kind of rough.
I think it tells a story that makes sense.
2000 is like the one I remember the least out of what I've watched.
The second movie has a cohesive story. The issue is the second movie's boring. Like, it's genuinely boring to watch.
The world.
I was bored.
Wow, good job.
I did it. First time ever. I won.
This is
I won on the podcast. 13 episodes in.